Hey guys, I'm Tracy with Just Dig It Farms. We live on our farm in Alabama where there is every kind of bug you possibly can imagine. They don't really bother me as bad, but they love Gene. He's got some kind of chemical or something about him. I guess it's just because he's too sweet, but they love Gene. I mean, they're just drawn to him. I can be standing there and there not be anything on me and he's covered. They're just swarming, going all over him. They just aggravate him to death. And they do bother me too, like late evening when I'm out working, they get pretty bad. But we have chiggers and we have ticks and fleas and everything, and it's just aggravating and it makes what you're doing not very enjoyable. For years, we have used bug spray with DEET. And that is so bad for you. That is so toxic. And it's just like, I've always felt like I'm just spraying this chemical on my body that's seeping up and absorbing into my body. I'm just spraying poison on me. That's how I've always felt when I've done it. But you know, you're just desperate and you gotta have some bug spray on. So I have started using a natural bug spray that I make up with my essential oils, and it works pretty good, y'all. And Gene found this stuff called pyrethrin spray, and it's a spray that you spray on your clothes only. You're not supposed to spray it on your skin because it's so toxic, but you spray it on your clothes, and that keeps and on your shoes, and that keeps the bugs, the chiggers and ticks and fleas and stuff like that from getting on you. And he started using that. Well, I didn't like that either, because I mean, you know, if it's too toxic to put on your skin, too dangerous to put on your skin, you're putting it on your clothes and you're putting your clothes on your body. I mean, that has to be super bad for you. So instead of using that pyrethrin on his clothes, I'm just taking that natural bug spray that I made up and putting it on these wool dryer balls right here. My friend Holly over at Simply Lake and Lace got me hooked on these things instead of using dryer sheets, because dryer sheets have a lot of fragrance and toxic things in those too, and we're putting it on our clothes and then putting our clothes on our body, and it's absorbing within our body. And Gene and I are just working towards doing everything that we can do to eliminate a toxic lifestyle. So one of the things that we've done is eliminate the dryer sheets and gone to these wool dryer balls, which are really awesome. They're really cool. And what you do is you just put some essential oils on this dryer ball and throw it in your laundry, and it softens your fabric. The wool softens your fabric, and the essential oils makes your clothes smell good. So that's what we've been doing. Now on our work clothes, on our farm work clothes, what we're doing is I'm taking these dryer balls and I'm spraying these with the same recipe that I've used to make our natural bug spray. I'm spraying on our work clothes. So today I'm going to show you how I make our natural bug spray, and I'm going to show you how we use the dryer balls. So the natural bug spray recipe is witch hazel, and the essential oils that I'm using is Purification, which is a blend of citronella, rosemary, lemongrass, tea tree, myrtle, and lavender. I'm using lavender on top of the Purification. I'm adding to it lavender, which is good for mosquitoes, ticks, fleas, gnats, flies, and chiggers. Chiggers are huge here. I'm using lemongrass, which is good for mosquitoes, ticks, fleas, flies, and chiggers. I'm using peppermint, which is good to deter fleas, mosquitoes, flies, and gnats. I'm using citronella, which is good for mosquitoes, ticks, and fleas. And I'm using rosemary, which is good for ticks and fleas. And we're using distilled water. So what I'm doing here is I've got 1 cup of distilled water, and I'm going to add my Purification. I'm going to add 10 drops of Purification. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, and then we're just going to add 5 drops of the rest of the oil. Okay, I've added all my drops of the other oils. Now, I actually went ahead and added 10 drops of citronella in my measure cup with my 1 cup of distilled water. Now I'm going to add this whole bottle of witch hazel, which is 8 ounces. So that's 8 ounces of witch hazel and 8 ounces of water. Add this in here. Okay. I'll stir that up pretty good. Now I'm just going to pour this up into my little glass bottles very carefully. I don't want to spill all this awesomeness. Okay. And put my lid on here. And that is my natural bug spray, y'all. And then you just, whenever you go to use it, you just shake it up and spray it on. And you've got your natural bug spray. So what I do to make up our mix for our dryer balls that I use in our load of work clothes is I take a spray bottle and I put 20 drops of purification. Okay, we do 20 drops. And then I do 10 drops of all the other same oils that I used on my bug spray. Okay, so I've got all of my drops of oils in this little bottle here. And then I'm just going to put some water in this, distilled water. So I just finished filling my bottle up with my essential oils. I used 20 drops of purification and 10 of all the other oils, the citronella, lemongrass, peppermint, lavender, and rosemary. And then I come back and I put some distilled water in there to about this point, shake it up, and then all you do is you take your dryer ball and just spray your dryer ball really good. I usually use about 2 of these per load of work clothes. Throw it in there. That wool absorbs the fragrances, and then you just throw them in there, and it works pretty good, guys. So that's what I use for my dryer wool balls, and I showed you how to make my natural bug spray. Now for my dryer balls, just for regular loads of clothes, I'll just take like either my lemongrass or my purification is one of my favorites, or lavender, and I'll get a few drops and just kind of put a few drops, about 3 to 4 drops on each ball, and just throw it in my dryer. I usually do about 2 balls and about 3 to 4 drops on each ball. And I'll either do all the same kind, or I'll mix it up and do different fragrances, whatever I just feel like doing that day. But that's what I'm doing. Instead of using dryer sheets, that's what we're doing now. I hope this video was helpful for you guys to know how to make your own natural bug spray. If you have any questions about essential oils, please just put your questions in the comments. I would love to help you in any way I can. God bless you, and I hope you have a beautiful day.